Okay, so this video is about my understanding of the three archetypes and putting them into Michael's character. Now, I'd like to first start off by mentioning my understanding of Michael is that he is a head archetype who sometimes has moments of the groin archetype. I'll get into that in a second, but I'd like to mention first of all the reason why I see him as a head archetype, and it's because with his type of autism that he has this. He sees things logically. He sees it in a logical sense, and he understands things as what they are, rather than seeing stuff in an emotional sense. So, I never see it as. I never see him as a heart character because he doesn't have any of that emotion side to any of the stuff that he does. He doesn't really. He doesn't tend to do things for the good of how people feel. He'll do things for the good of just logical in a logical sense. So, let's mention first of all so for example, the beginning of the script, he's sat there, he's at the table, he'd be sat at the table, he's quite upright, and he's kind of like, maybe fidgeting, he'd be fidgeting, because he's like, he needs to get the train and stuff, so he's fidgeting, he's like, whatever, he's kind of quiet, not really paying attention, not really making eye contact with anybody, because he doesn't like doing that, but he's just kind of, his head up and stuff, and then he gets told to blow the candles out, and he says, no, that's okay. And then he says, it's logical. No, it's illogical. It's completely illogical, and it makes no sense. And that's his logical side of things. That's how he sees things logically. And he would then go on to do a lot more things, think about timings and stuff. So we talk about the train. It's 11:03. I need to spend 9 minutes in the shower, and then it takes me 16 minutes to walk to the train station, providing I have to wait 30 seconds at the stop, at the crossing. You're gonna make me late. And he's saying about how he's got to get the train. He's got to get the train at a certain time, and he's naming these times and stuff. So there's a lot of thinking behind a lot of things that he does. Whereas later on in the script, during the retard scene, he would become a lot more of a groin character, where he's like in his chair, and he's kind of slumped down, not really bothering. He's like, oh, whatever, like. And he's thinking about himself. He's thinking about, oh, I don't want pancakes, or I don't like them, so I'm gonna ignore everything. I want something else. I want something else. Oh, can I have something else to the pancakes? They're disgusting. And then he starts talking about his friends, and then he has the argument with his sister because she's telling him that his friends aren't good friends. So he starts then getting quite aggressive and stuff. But of course, he stays in that kind of groin character, he doesn't stand up straight in that bit, but he probably has his hands down by his sides because of his autism. He doesn't really know about this whole hand gestures or anything like that. He kind of have his hands down by his sides and stuff, so that would, they're down by his sides, so he maybe in his pockets. They won't be in his pockets, but in a sense they'd be in his pockets. They'd be down by his sides, and he won't move them anywhere. So that's kind of the understanding for that bit anyway. But a lot of the other things as well, a lot of times he will slump in his chair and he won't bother. He won't bother with it. I'll do a quick demonstration of the standing up. Okay, so this is a quick little bit to point out the gestures. So he's kind of he'd be down here. He's not really you're an idiot. You're just a dumb, stupid idiot who's gonna get cancer and. Like this, he's kind of his head's down. He's not his head up. He's not back straight like he is when he's talking about trying to get the train, or talking about the fact that maybe 15% of the time it's a man who gives you a tea on the train. But either way, talking about the funny milk and stuff like that, the ultra high temperature milk and everything. Whereas he'd be up here and kind of talking like that, kind of nice and whatever. But he's more down here and just kind of annoyed and arms straight down by his sides, like he's gonna swing a punch. Yes, that is my understanding of the archetypes into Michael.